Yo, what's up with it? We back with another one. Being on TV. Got a special guest here today. You know what I'm saying? So y'all click, comment, like, you know what I'm saying, share. We here with notorious Terrence Gangster Williams.
Wow. What's happening, baby?
What's going on? Good to have you on.
Man, I'm happy you got me on. Let's get it. What you got for me?
Pleasure to meet you. We gonna get straight to it though. We wanna start where, you know what I'm saying, your birthplace, where you from, you know what I'm saying, your hood.
Born and raised in New Orleans, Charity Hospital,
Okay.
Pine and Olive, Gertown, the 17th Ward. I just get a lot of, I got my name, hood fame, living in the Magnolia Project.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're familiar with you.
Right. Yeah.
Magnolia. How are you related to Birdman?
We are the same father.
Okay. Yeah, I remember Sonny telling a story about his life. He mentioned his father was killed in a homicide, and I think his sister or something.
Our sister had a car wreck.
Car wreck?
Yeah, she passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I guess y'all share the same father, so
Right.
You speak on that situation?
Yeah, he was in a car wreck as well.
A car wreck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like nobody murdered.
Right, it wasn't
No,
murder. or
no,
something.
man.
I'm just getting the
It'd
facts
been hunting
right.
season.
Getting the facts right.
Yeah, it been hunting season, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you came up as one of the original Hot Boys,
Right.
and there was how many? What, 3 of y'all?
See, this is the thing. Okay, it was a lot of us in the project. So you had people like Keller Stone. He's deceased now. That was the big homie with all the money. We had other people like Skiboo. He out. Logger Black. Chill Will, my best friend Hank. It's a lot of ugly. It's a lot of them, right? But, you know, over the years, people start going to jail, start hanging with other cliques, start, moving around. So just Sterling, Doing, and Mosquito, and myself hung together every day.
Right.
Like, you got to, in the neighborhood, it'd be a bunch of y'all, all homies, ride together, get money, hang out every day. But it's just certain one that's going to be like,
The key
spend the
players.
night, or I might be like, bro, let me wear this St. Louis hat tonight.
Right.
Or let me wear the ones. Certain people you're going to share certain stuff with that you wouldn't do with your other homies.
Right.
So us four click together.
Okay, so you, Sterling, and Mosquito.
Right.
Okay, and that's where
And Dooney.
and Donnie.
Dooney, yeah.
Okay, I ain't familiar with Donnie.
Well, he got a more popular because right after we went to the Fed, he had went to the state in 99, so I went to the Feds in, no, my bad, he went to the Fed, he went to the state in 94. So when I went to the Feds in 98, he come home in 99, and he grabbed all the youngsters out the project who ain't have nothing, people, mothers couldn't take care of them, 13 to 15 years old, and helped them out. So my homegirls in the project started calling them the Dooney Boys, the DBs. So you hear Wacko rap about him, the DB tell him the DB looking for him.
Wacko.
Right, and talk about the DBs. So a lot of people, their names start ringing in the city, the DB, that come from Dooney.
Right.
And from one of the original Hot Boys. He had some offsprings. They had their own little clique, and a lot of them got a name for themselves.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What's up? Yeah, you just mentioned Killer Stone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all was tight.
Yeah.
Coming up, you say he was a little older than everybody.
Yeah, Killer Stone a little older. Actually, that's where I got the name Lil Gangster from.
Oh, okay.
We was in juvenile jail. Killer Stone, like about your height, like about 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
Mean set of hands. It's like you look forward to seeing him fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. You look forward to seeing him fight. So when I went to juvenile jail, back in the days, you had to claim a project. So my best friend Hank lived on Washington Avenue across the street from the Magnolia Project. So my best friend Chill Will, auntie lived on Washington and Ferret in the project. When you go to juvenile jail, a lot of people, I'm out this project, I'm out that project. So I claimed the Magnolia Project, even though I was out of neighborhood, Phillip Street at the time, right? But a lot of my childhood homeboy I went to school with, played park football with, lived in the Magnolia Project.
Right.
So I had a homeboy, he caught on to a lot of people claiming the project. Because for some reason, we had in our little young sick mind that if you was out of project, you was tough. But by me being at the neighborhood, I was tough, but I still wanted to be attached to the project. But the homie was like, "Oh, you at the project? What's your address?" So I heard him do one guy that was like, "Oh, I gotta get you chill with auntie address." So I had an address. Right. But what's crazy, bro? While I was doing my juvenile life, my mother actually moved in the Magnolia Project. So I was claiming off the old side, new side. I was claiming the old side at first. But when mom's got the address, and when I broke out of juvenile jail, I was living on the new side, and mine was living right around the corner from me. So I really had license then to be in the know.
Right. You had an address then.
Facts.
Yeah, I see. Okay. The Noya back in the day, I was hearing things about like Master P and the Calio. Like Noya and Calio was into it. You want to speak on that?
Oh yeah. At one time, like I said, I stayed in the Calio at one time. Went to juvenile jail, clicked with a lot of Calio guys. So when we all got out, we clicked with back of town Calio. So it was like, if me and you got beef, so you're not gonna come in to know you no more, even if you come to school, drugs, whatever, but you might go into Calio. Thing is, I might hit one of the fellas back, if y'all catch him back there, touch him for me, and I owe you one. So we had this clique going, right? This was, I want to say we started like 93. 3 years later, somebody robbed one of these people in the project, and they thought it was us. So now here's the thing. I'm back there one night, and the big dog I'm back there by named Randall. He was this big, that's who he on that Bowdy movie with Master P.
Okay.
That's who I ran with, right?
Classic, yeah.
Right, and Randall was like, man, I gotta go. He was acting a little strange, but he was fussing at this little young boy that was sitting on a bat. Them baskets that come from the grocery market, the baskets? So it was laying down on the ground, and the dude was sitting on it. So I catch the little dude looking at one of the other guys under eye, like, what's up? Like, they making eye contact. So I'm like, what? I'm peeping the plate, and it's dark back here, right? It's a phone, it's 2 payphones across the street. Payphone ring. But they got a store here. The store closed, but they got the window open. So a few people go there, so we go across the street to the store. So one of the guys jump on the payphone. So I'm about to jump on this other payphone and call to let my people know, hey, I'm back here in the Calio with this person out here. Just give my people a head up. Right. So the guy on his phone say, oh no, that phone broke. Don't worry about that phone. So you know how a person on the phone and you could feel like it's fake, like it's not genuine, that conversation. Yeah, you can sense it, yeah. I say, give me 3-way, tell them to call the number, because I want to see if they read on the phone with somebody. I said, tell them to call this number for me. You got 3-way? Nah, dog, they don't have 3-way. Bro, it's the late 90s, everybody had 3-way. I say, oh, they trying to trap old Giggity up, bro. So I played it, I said, man, I forgot my money in the car. So I skip across the street. I was in a GS300 Lexus, we just called it the bubble back then, the white with the gray at the bottom. I skip over to the car, I jump in the car, they let me get in the car, I pull off, I start up and I pull off. Bro, I want to say the next day, if not the next day, like 2 days later, they killed Mosquito back there, it was one of them that was right there that played a part in killing my best friend.
Man, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's when the war was on.
Oh, it started after that?
Yeah, it was up and it was stuck. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You say y'all had wards back then? Well, y'all still got wards now.
Yeah, we out the third ward.
Yeah.
The third ward, the only project that have the third ward is the only hood, ward that have 3 projects. We got the Magnolia, the Melford, and the Calio project. Mm-hmm. Well, all the projects tore down now. But you might still have one building.
Yeah, about the Melford.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So it's 3 projects in our ward. Like the 10th ward got the St. Thomas, had the St. Thomas project. 4th ward had the Iberville, Lafitte, 6th ward, but we the only ward that had 3 projects.
You said they tore them down?
Yeah, and they didn't fix it back up, look like townhouses now. Like that nice little subdivision communities now. But it's still hood though.
Right, everybody probably split around.
Right. Yeah. Nice. With the word they say, I learned this in jail, gentrified.
Gentrified.
Yeah, my daughter was in college. I said, why you
did with the Chicago project.
Yeah, like that, right. She was like, why am I gonna stay here? Because she was with the Howard University. She was like, I said, girl, you in the hood. No, that is gentrified. What you talking? the blacks and white. I said, oh, all right. I was okay. I learned something new. Yeah, cool.
They do. I was watching one of your interviews, or I think it was a podcast you was on. They was asking you about C Murder. You said, to your knowledge, he wasn't outside.
No, that's not my knowledge. That was a fact. Here's the thing. No, listen. Let me just say this here, bro.
Murder,
Much love to C Murder, bro. But a lot of people don't know the New Orleans history.
Right. We on the outside looking in.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a person, it's already known and stamped that I was in the hood, correct?
Correct.
I mean, I was in the streets. So I used to live in the Calio. I used to hang in the Calio when I got older. We used to run. Matter of fact, there's a picture, 504 Street Stories Unplugged. He just did a story, right? And there's a picture with all Calio in there, and I'm on the picture with them. So one thing we know for a fact, coming up in the hood, going to either from high school, dance, or concerts, everybody took pictures. Right. You're not gonna see Murder in none of those pictures. So that's all I was just telling people, like, no, C wasn't in the street stepping when we was stepping, and C's older than I am. But, C was in the army. This is like nothing bad, but I just was letting people know, like, no, this is the history like this. Because you got guys that was really from the Calio that was blood, sweat, and tears that's really stepping, that be feeling some type of way sometimes, that C get all that credit and they be looking like C, because C came. I always tell people this.
To the rest of the world, C was still staying in apartments and all that.
That's what I'm about to say. He went backwards. Like, he made it. He from the Calio Project. Don't get that twisted. He's from the project. But he left. You made it. Millionaire. Then you come back to the project. Now you got a license and get yourself jammed up. You know what I'm saying? So I just tell people, he ran with the gangsters that I was at war with. He really did. But when
From
we was out,
Calio.
yeah. But because we had that apartment, he came back, got him an apartment, he was running with the real gangsters.
Yeah,
so they ran together. You know what I'm saying? So C not scary. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying he wasn't stepping when we was stepping. When it was really war, we was out there. He was in the army or in Cali, whatever. Doing whatever he's doing, but he wasn't down there with us. Right. So that's why I be telling people, like, no, she wasn't in the streets like that.
Okay. Just clearing that up, cause
yeah, man, that his fan be getting on, be mad with me, cause I'm telling the truth.
Wrong with it. Yes, C got a good fan base.
Yeah, man, they love C.
What about Soulja Slim though? We heard stories about Soulja Slim too.
All right, Soulja Slim was the first rapper to put my name in a song that snort a powder bag. When I broke out, see, everybody in the project and around gave me the credit for being the first one to Mac 11. But that wasn't true. We got a homie named Claudia B. He's deceased now. He was the first one with the Mac 11. But Soulja Slim saw me with it because I flashed it on him because he was tall, youngster. He had that look like he just look at everything, just observing. I was like, what you looking at? And I flashed it on him, right? He looked. So when I'm coming to the courtyard, one of his baby mothers, Dana, saw me and she got the Mac 90 for him and gave him the Mac 90. So he could have parked me then.
Yeah, she got the Mac 90 for you?
She gave it to him, yeah, for me. She saw me coming to the courtyard, so she had him the Mac 90. But our old head Blackie Mo, I won't say old head. He was like maybe a few years older than us, older, gangster in the streets. So he put us to the side and let us know, bro, when you pull guns, you got guns, you need to use it. If you don't use, you the target. Right. So he talked to both of us, but then Slim got that song Snort a Powder, just kicking the quarter shot. Me, Lil Gangsta, Eric and Black. He talking about Black and Mo and Eric Maurice, that's deceased.
Oh, he was talking about Black and Mo.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. So because a lot of us in the project looked up to Black and Mo, Gangsta. So it's a picture. I got a picture of him on my platform as well, Black and Mo. But that's where he come from.
I was gonna get around to Blackie Mo because I remember you mentioning it was with Blackie Mo that you seen your first body chopped up, or you seen the body chopped up. Yeah. Yeah. That experience right there, like how you come about that situation, like how old was you at the time? Okay,
this is when I first come in contact with Blackie Mo in the 80s. It was me, his little cousin, his little brother, Roy. He deceased, my best friend, Ugly. I got a picture of me and Ugg when I was young, when I first took my hit. We were standing up, and I was always infatuated with gangsters, people older than me in the streets. So all of us standing right here, and Black and Mo sitting on the porch, there's some other guys that's right there, and they was talking about some kind of beef. So Mo looked at us and said, y'all little boys, y'all go stay on and get out of our mouth. So we walked over, but I still was looking because I was like, man, what's going on? That's Black and Mo, they talking. Because he's sitting on the step, he's sitting down with some slippers on, and they stood up in front of him talking, trying to, I guess, get something, whoever it is, squash, whatever it was. So this is like in the 80s. It wasn't until I broke out in 91 from juvenile, LTI, that I spray painted my name on the wall. And one of my homegirls at the project, he used to call her and she told him, yeah, you know Lil Gangster? He was like, he didn't know me by that name because I got that name in juvenile jail. Right. So but she was like, well, he didn't spray painted Lil Gangster on the wall in the project. He said, call him. So I talked to him and I reminded him who I was because he told me about Terrence. So he was like, man, send me something. At the time, I didn't have a lot of money. I sent him $20. And he was happy, so I thought I did something big because, people looked up to Black and Mo. So for him to take my $20, oh, that's cool, Right. So I go back to jail when they made to release me in 92, he was home. So I was like, man, all my childhood friends was in jail already. So when they made to release me, I was like, yo, all I need is a gun. Because I got to go start putting in work, you know what I'm saying, to get right. So he was like, man.
How old was you when they released you?
50. Oh.
You say juvenile?
Yeah, they had gave me juvenile life till I was 21. I went in 90. I stayed a year and 6 before we broke out. 16. Okay. So he told me, he said, bro, he said, believe it or not, he said, I ain't robbed nothing since I've been home. I'm like, yeah, he said, bro, I'm gonna come around by your house later on. So he came by my mama's house in the project. We lived on Willow Street at the time. He bought a 9mm Ruger, a Mac 11, and a 22, one of them little 22 machine gun with the banana see-through clip with the scope on with the little stock fold on it.
Like a 22 long rifle?
Yeah, one of them little thing with the little banana clip with the little see-through clip. You can see the bullets in. So he went and bought this Taurus station wagon. It didn't have no tape player. They had like a regular radio. We used to have to have the headphones to listen to the tape. But that's when Mary J. 411 was jumping. And at Rex in Effect, all I want to do was zoom, zoom, zoom in the book. That was his favorite song. I used to hate that song at first. So he driving, right? But I come up still in cars so I could drive good. So when we drive, he turned the corner. When he turned back, he turned with the steering. I said, what the world, what you doing? So he said, well, you want to drive? Yeah, let me drive. So, because I'm fresh, from stealing cars, 89, 90, went to juvenile. So
I got that wheel.
Yeah, so him and Eric Maurice in the car. And I pull up by the trap, so Eric like, no, hold on, no, don't do that. I said, what's wrong? He said, man, back up, because somebody get us, we got to be able to spin off. Mm-hmm. No, you in traffic, you pull up, you jam, you hit. Right. So he had taught me that. And Black and Mo was dealing with this drug dealer. He's still alive now, but it was a situation when somebody owed him money. And
I ain't trying to cut you off. You say Black and Mo taught you about the pulling up the stoplight?
Eric Maurice, the other gangster, okay, right. Okay. Me, Black and Mo, Eric Maurice in the car together. Because when I come home, those two was running together.
So they vetted you for real, kind of.
Yeah, well, Eric Maurice sent me on a mission too. Yeah, he sent me on the crash.
What age was you on your first mission?
I was 11 years old.
11?
Yeah, my first. Wow. Yeah, I was 11. So Eric and Black and Mo was running. They cousins, but they was running neck and neck. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to be Black and Mo right-hand man. Eric Maurice out the Magnolia Project. They both out the Magnolia Project. Right. But Black and Mo had moved on Josephine. Eric Maurice stayed back there all his life. So when I first broke out, that's who I was by this house, and Eric Maurice come there, and I'm talking all this gangster talk. He giving the Mac. It's a boy around there on Willow, go handle it. I go hit him up. When I went to stand over, there's a lady come up, hey, please don't kill him. I stopped. It was a hit on him. I didn't know.
On the same dude?
It's a different dude, but I went to take this hit. Well, actually, I didn't go to take a hit. My bad. I went to do this for Eric to show him that I was really about that action. Right. But all the while, it was a hit on this dude, so Eric sent me on a mission, and he got paid. You know what I'm saying? I got played. Yeah, sit me on the bed. You know how you young and you be, I'm with this, what's up? You talking? Yeah, you trying to the OG. Right, man, he sent me out on that crack. And let me tell you what's crazy. I didn't know that dude, right? So when they picked me back up, I'm going to get to the body thing. When they picked me back up, in 92, October. I was wanted for homicide and attempt murder. I go to, a lot about my age, I go to adult jail, and the dude I had hit up was like, they had a jazz fest, and we was outside, and he was across from me. I got on a green shirt, and this other older guy got on a green shirt, and they got this big old black dude there let out the hole. He was leaning up on a little brick slab. I'm sitting down, another dude. So the little dude, my homie named Juvie. Juvie about 49 years old, still called himself Juvie. He did 31 years in Angola. He been home about like 7, 8 months now. He was right there, young, wild, kind of tall. He was like, man, oh boy, who you shot up here on the 6th floor? That's him over there right there with the bush. So I look. So when he pointed him out to me across the yard, I'm reading his lip. He telling the big dude, say, hey, little gangster on the 6th floor who shot me up. Handle that for me. So I look, I get the dude like, I got you. Like, this is a big boy right here, right? But then when he say green shirt, I said, oh, he know I'm young. So, I ain't shot him. He gonna be thinking this older dude that's around the age that shot him.
Right.
So Juvie told me, I'm gonna help you fight when we get upstairs. The problem was this. When you come upstairs, you had south side and you had north side. I was in south side, three cells, 10 mans in each cell. I was in cell 2, the dude was in cell 1. Juvie, who was gonna help me fight, he on this side, so he gotta go on his side. So when you come out, you go on a tier, you could go in and lock the bars. So I didn't want to just go in my cell like that because I had no other people to come in. So I stayed out in the hallway because I felt like when this guy come up, because he had a few days, he had like maybe 60 days in the hole, and back then what they would do is when you go to the hole, if you do 30 days, they're gonna let you up for 1 day for air, and then you go back to the hole to finish your time. So I thought I was like, man, it's a big dude. I ain't about to let him come in the cell and fight me. I'm gonna fight him out in the hallway so the deputy come and break us up right quick. Right. So he came up, I waited in the hallway for him. He went straight in the cell and shut the gate. I was like, okay, cool. I went and shut my gate. So they let him back out later on that day. I'm at the bars writing my little letters. He was like, you little gangster? I said, yeah. You shot such and such? I said, yeah. Actually, me and the guy, when I first come home in 2022, me and the guy finally talked. The guy I hit up. I was like, yeah. He like, man, you got some heart. I was like,
I reconciled.
Yeah, we kicked it, yeah. Because he thought I was still on the bull after all that long time. Because I was a juvenile when I hit him in 91. At that time, I was just growing. I became an animal,
Type
by
shit.
then, yeah. So, yeah, but back to about the body part. It was a hit that Mo took, and by me hanging with Black and Mo and Eric, and I was a good driver. Excuse me, that's how I was able to participate in seeing that. Let me say that,
Right.
Yeah, I was able to see that.
That's what put you in the wrong.
Yeah, I was able to see that because I was young, and I wanted to be a part of something. Like I tell everybody now with my nonprofit, everybody I grew up in the neighborhood around was gangsters, so they taught me how to be a good criminal. They taught me how to get away with stuff and do stuff. I never had nobody to sit me down and say, look, if you go to jail, this is what's gonna happen. Or, the police did it. I didn't have that. Moms always worked. You know what I'm saying? Right. So everybody I grew up was gangsters teach me how to get away with the crimes,
So it went no different direction.
Yeah, all I know is just go this way. You know what I'm saying?
I was watching you on one podcast where you spoke on, I guess, trying to set up your plug at the time. You was finna time up.
Oh, that's how I got. What you talking about?
Is that how you got caught up?
Wiretap? Yeah. What happened was, it's two different guys. Right now, I don't try to wreck my brain no more, but it's these two guys I got in mind, right, that will always come by heroin from me.
Yeah.
So one of them, I was wanted for a murder in '94. So it's Dooney, Sterling, Mosquito. It's crazy, man. All of us together, we waiting on Stone to come. He had a black Bravada with the gold edition. Looked like when black Bravada back then looked like Cherokees, right? So I'm going to turn myself in for the murder. One of these dudes wanted some drugs, so I get his money. He only wanted like 2 ounces. It wasn't a lot. Back then, ounces was like $800, something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what was a kilo back then? Heroin.
17. Oh, the heroin. Oh, about like anywhere from 80 to 100. No, this was coke.
Coke.
Yeah, heroin was expensive back then. Like now, that stuff ain't watered down. That stuff ain't nothing now. But I kept the dude money. I go in Stone, hallway, go in the house, come out the back door, jump in the truck. So doing this to all them last Stone, go, what you laughing? What y'all laughing? Man, I took a boy money. I'm about to turn myself in, so I need this. It made me go to McDonald's. I treated him at McDonald's, and I went on to turn myself in. I know people like, boy, you turn yourself in on murder? But in my city, you get a police report, so you're going to know who the witness is before you even must go grand jury, whatever. You're going to know who all the witnesses, whatever.
So you even make it to court.
Yeah, so and then I had a dream team out there. I got Stone with the money, and I got 3 hitters.
Right.
Play with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Did New Orleans, I ain't trying to cut you off, did they have like a situation where the cases go cold after a while?
yeah,
Like,
it's
'cause
called
they had
cold
too
case.
many too many cases and shit.
Yeah, whenever they can't solve the case and after so long, it goes to the cold case homicide.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
like what, 48, 72 hours?
Well, I don't know. I've been seeing on TV first 40. I
Yeah, I
didn't never
know
know what it
about
was.
the first,
Yeah, but I
thought
know.
New Orleans had their own law going on with that.
No, the law we had was when I get locked up, the prosecutor had 60 days to indict me to keep me in jail.
Oh, so long, yeah.
But on that 58, 59th day, if I don't go to court, I'm like, oh, boy, I'm out of here. Boy, I'm out at y'all. You know what I'm saying? So they would just let us out on a 702 Norcross, I want to say. Meaning, okay, we're going to let you out, but if we get more evidence, we're going to come back and pick you up.
Right, pick you up later.
But you know, yeah, we know, man, I'm out here now, beat it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but then now they changed the law to where the prosecutors could get an extension for another 60 days. Yeah.
So if they want, they just extend it on you, try to get more evidence.
Right, this is another, so they got like 120 days now. Like I want to say, is it Alabama? Is it Alabama or Mississippi? One of them, where they could just lock you up and just have you sitting there until they feel like they get tired. I was like, well, ain't no law yet. He said, man, ain't no law on that. They just arrest you and they just, oh, man, y'all tripping.
Yeah, it's soft.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so you ultimately was like sentenced to a life sentence?
I had life plus 20. The 20 come from when you was asking me about who I was trying to set up to connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That situation?
yeah, I told my co-defendant, I said, listen, since they won't be slick and come down to New Orleans and they mail the drug, I said, look, when we get them by your house, we're going to kill them over there. He said, man, we ain't do my for no killing. I said, man, we're going to time up and do them later. So by my phone being tapped at the time and he said no, they gave me solicitation to commit murder because I solicited the question to him. But had he said, yeah, we're going to do that, I got conspiracy to commit murder.
Right.
But I got solicitation to commit murder. That was my charge. Continuing criminal enterprise at 848. That's a kingpin charge. I was one of the youngest one to be charged with that. And I have the solicitation to commit murder because I wanted to kill or connect, take the drug from him.
And they heard all of it on the tap.
Yeah, and look, them tell was crazy. When the connect got busted, I go around the methamphetamine project where the dope was, where the kilo of the heroin was supposed to go. I'm around there trying to find what's going to do. And I tell my co-defendant on the phone, look, it's supposed to be coming to the mail. You want to rob the mail, man? I don't know my phone tap, man. The Fed listen to all this stuff, man. We were young and wild back then, man.
Y'all was good. Y'all was wild.
Facts.
From back then and now, you got a favorite rapper, a favorite one back then, a favorite one now?
Back then, BG was my favorite rapper.
BG?
Yeah.
Okay.
Soulja Slim, of course, was my number one. BG took over. Now, BG gonna always be my favorite. Soulja Slim and BG gonna always be my favorite. I'm always show favoritism, but when I first come home, I liked it the Finesse 2 Time, that back end.
Yeah, Finesse be getting off.
And I liked it Lil Baby, that In a Minute. I fell in love with those 2 songs, yeah. But now, I mainly like slow jams, old school.
Right,
you know?
right. R&B?
Yeah, the R&B, the old school. But I would listen to young stuff, but you have to recommend it and tell me about it.
Right.
And then I'd be like, oh, okay. Because I kind of like try to stay out that lane. But by me jumping into the music, back into the music, I got to get back, speed up with time.
Right. Mm-hmm. I know you had to adjust to, the free world after doing it at that time, 23. Like, what, 23 in 10 months or something?
Big facts. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you got them 10 months. Don't forget my 10. Yeah.
Can't forget the 10. What was, I guess, the biggest struggle coming home, like, getting adjusted to stuff? Like, what you had to get used to the most? The social media, the technology, the touch screens in the cars, like what?
The TV.
The TV?
I still had a TV to this day. I had bought a 32-inch TV from
Everything
Walmart.
smart TVs.
Yeah, man. When I left the street, it was 12 channels. Just change the channel.
Yeah.
So when I come home, bro, I got the TV, and I'm thinking it's gonna be simple. I got all these apps on it. I press it, tell me, put your information. I said, what the world is this? So I just would come home from work, bro, and just lay in the dark because I didn't know how to work the TV. So when I went on that one day plan, I saw YouTube. I pressed that, and I seen I could type stuff in. So that became my TV, watching videos and watching different old stories I had heard. But I didn't, my thing always been this. If I don't know something, I'm gonna ask for help. I wish someone had taught me about the cell phones because I had 3 different women to go on my phone. I didn't know how to lock the phone. I'm on some old goofy stuff, bro. I think back now I would have my phone just laid up on a little thing right here, on the ringer on, so you can hear the text going off. Alert you. Yeah, cause I ain't thinking about, you know what I'm saying? So it was like a year later or so, people tell me about put the code on the phone. But you about find time to tell me. But one thing I would say had brought me to reality that I really was home. I was riding from work. Like I used to work at 11 at night, get off 7 in the morning. So I was on the highway and I had the GPS going. And that lady say something, I jumped. Like, whoa.
Siri.
Yeah, because I was like, how in the world this phone gonna tell me where to go, how it's gonna get me? I said, what if I make a wrong turn? I did it on purpose and it just and go this way. I said, whoa, this stuff crazy. I remember going to Walmart.
They got them self-driving cars now.
Yeah, the Tesla.
Yeah, them Teslas drive itself.
Yeah, when I went did the Vlad interview a few months back, I got in his and man, that thing faster than Bugatti.
I don't know if I trust it on the highway though.
Yeah.
You gotta drive for other people.
Facts, man.
But yeah, after 23 years, I know it's a lot of adjusting you gotta get used to.
But it's fun because here's the thing. You stand out of trouble.
Right.
For a man been going on that long time, if you take all this technology they got going on out here today, if you take your time to try to learn all that, before you know it, the day is going by. Before you know it, you're going to find yourself inside, out the way. You're away from all the bull crap. You just learning all, because it's so much stuff to learn, man.
It is true.
Oh, man, everything on the phone. Everything is on the cell phone. Download this, download that, go.
Everything tech now.
Yeah, everything is on the phone. But it's cool because I don't get frustrated. If I don't know how to do something, I ask them, hey, how you do this? Come show me, help me with this. When I first started my channel, I had downloaded StreamYard and I had the people in my comments. Shout out to Veracity Exchange and Hankin TV. I always get them their props because they was like, OG, press this button, OG, press, because they was showing me as we went along, and I was very grateful for that because I didn't know. I just jumped on there. Bro, I didn't know the magnitude of social media. I didn't know this social media stuff go crazy like this, right? I jumped over there playing and just wilding and doing my thing, and they just started catching. I said, whoa, oh yeah. Oh. Some people, OG, man, you're making somebody upgrade your phone. Because I used to just take this phone right here, bro, and record. That's all I used to use with my cell phone. But I had an older one. I'm at 5G now. I had 4G at first. Now I got 5G.
Right.
But yeah, they used to get on me about that. OG, your Wi-Fi mess. OG, you tripping. But it was fun. It wasn't frustrating for me.
Something new to you.
Yeah, man. It was something new. Let me tell you the thing that freaked me out, Walmart, the self-checkout.
Oh, yeah.
I got my groceries, and there's 3 women standing at the end, and they laughing and talking, and then they looking at me. I'm looking at them. I'm like, all right, now, I'm ready to go. So I'm waiting. They looking. I'm like, when y'all gonna do y'all job? So they tell me like, oh no, that's self. I said, what you mean? Oh, I apologize. They let me know I just got a job. I don't know. So the lady come over and she come over and assist me. She helped me, but I was like, man, people gonna be stealing up. That's the first thing in my mind. You talk about self checkout, y'all tripping. I said, nah, get yourself together, boy. You tripping. But everything been fun for me, bro. I like I said, learning in social media, learning how to do stuff. It'd be fun. I don't get frustrated. I just have fun with it, man, because I'm learning new stuff. And I've been home this April. I've been home 2 years and 3 months. And still learning stuff, bro. I'm still learning stuff. Still, I'm enjoying. I'm happy to be free. And I'm just still enjoying it, bro. Just the learning. Anything I can see or whatever people teach me different, what's up? How I go? I'm open to learn.
Just taking it all in.
Yeah, man.
That's where it's at already. What made you come up with the idea of, I guess, appealing it or going to get that plea deal? Like out of 23 or 24 years, like, did you already have a plan? Or
You know good well I ain't do no appeal. You know I got out of jail. You touched the appeal.
not the appeal, but you know the
no,
profit agreement. The profit agreement.
Okay, here's the thing. When I first went to the Fed, like, guys be checking people paperwork, right?
Yeah.
I was never one on one because I used to always tell people never say never. So I would see, it was one guy, he had life plus 45 years. And a few months later, they shipping him out. Wait, we going to the low, he dropped his points. You know, what happened? So I started learning the game, how people, like when you first get locked up, you got what you call 5K1, where you cooperate with the government, they cut your time at the court sentencing hearing. Then you had this thing that's called Rule 35, is while you're doing your bid, you could be locked up 10, 15, 20 years. And if you got information, or your people on the street got information, they got what we call Rule 35, you can come and get your time cut. So I used to be sit back and I'm listening, got my ears to the streets, and all these dudes cooperate with the government, going home, not getting killed. Some of them throwing parties for them. Well, that's my homie, he ain't telling us, we don't care, we rocking with him. And they got these foreign guns and daring you to come play with them. I'm like, what the world? So I'm studying stuff, right? But I had to be careful because cash money is all in my paperwork. So the government been wanting me to lie on cash money, that I invested in cash money, that I did all kind of crimes for cash money. There was a separate trial, and there was a separate trial for mine. I had a female co-defendant from Nashville, where we used to go rob drug dealers. They got caught up because my phone was tapped. So when they went to trial, a girl testified that I was a hitman for cash money, and that this other girl paid me to take a hit to hit her boyfriend, and I just kept the money. So when the government get all this type of information, so they want to talk with you bad. Right. The way I always did it, I would hang at certain college campuses, so I was cool with a DA, with this white judge, female. Then I later got cool with this homicide detective. He wanted to retire and go and work for the DA officer. It was right on time for me. I said, look, man, I need to holler at you, man. I want to close some of these homicides. Because what happens is every time I file a motion in federal court, the prosecutor would, Your Honor, why would we reduce this sentence and release a person like this back on the street, and he don't want to apologize, don't want to tell us what happened with these other homicides that he was involved in. So I'm like, man, they tripping. So I finally hit my partner over at the state. He called me down on writ. I got immunity and told him about all the bodies with me doing this story the mosquito did. Okay, they write the letter from the state to the Fed saying, hey, he helped us close all these homicides. Some of the homicides, I had to talk to some of the victim family. Some of the victims, well, one of the dad asked me, but then my son suffer. So you could be just imagine you in a room, and you know what I'm saying? You don't know if a father asked you, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I said, well, your son, and I let it be known, like your son did the same thing that happened to you. Your son was out deleting people as well.
Right.
You know, so, and a lot of, I would say to see a lot of, my mother was different, but a lot of parents know their child as their child. Not as the criminal, the step or the gangster that we know him from. So they'd be hard. Baby, yeah. You're right, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be hard for them to believe that their child was an assassin as well, you know?
Right.
So some of the victims, not all, but some of them I had to talk to. You know, some of them I had to apologize to. That's just the format you got to go through.
That was part of
my plea, my deal for closing those homicides. And then they write the letter to the feds. See, a lot of people who got it misconstrued, first they were saying, oh, he got out on for just telling on day, but no, I never said that. But when that started, I let it go because it took, and that's what got me with interviews, and it helped me because people say, bro, when Donald Trump came into office, I got out under the First Step Act. But because of the homicide that was filed, because it was called extraordinary and compelling circumstance, saying, when I first got locked up, we was bound by the guidelines. It was mandatory. That's why I had to have the life in the 20 years. It was mandatory. So now, when they made the guidelines in 2008 advisory, now when people, they didn't make it retroactive, so when people coming in the federal system now, the stuff they was doing was like, I got enhanced for 2 murders. I was never charged and indicted for these murders. Never had a chance to go to trial or nothing. The guy wore a wire on my co-defendant in jail. My co-defendant implicated my name in it, and the judge said, because I'm the leader of the case, you get life. So it's like, hold up, man, y'all violate my amendments, right? So anyway, by me closing the homicides now and me filing a motion, my co-defendant, like, they came with a 2-level reduction in November 14. They made it retroactive November, 2014, November. They made it retroactive 2015. Well, if you had drugs, they give you 2 levels. They reduce your sentence as long as you were staying out of trouble, certificates, you got all that. So they wouldn't give it to me because I had the 848, which is a continuing criminal enterprise.
That kingpin charge.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And I had less drugs, and my statute started at level 38. But my drugs, my heroin I had was like 3 to 5 years because I don't have a bad jacket. I always went to jail for murder in the state. I only have 1 attempt murder, what they drop it to aggravated battery. So the feds couldn't use no state priors or nothing to enhance my sentence. I don't have a lot of convictions.
Through
So
the state.
right, you know what I'm saying? That's how the feds used to hit us. We would take our state stuff and give us points and slide us over here, and because you did all this and bump you here, all that goofy stuff. So now they didn't stop doing that, but back then we was hit. So I had the life and I had the 20. So when that came out with Donald Trump, when he filed for that, when he signed for the First Step Act, now all of us that was locked up a long time, like my co-defendant, he was able to get the 2-level reduction. If you everything I'm saying is public records. Just look my case up. But the judge told my co-defendant, he said, "If you got the right nickname," he called his nickname right. I don't want to say it right now, but I'm gonna say it's Blabber. He said, "If you, Mr. Dye, got the right nickname, Blabber." He said, "I believe you orchestrated the murder. I believe they were your guns." But he gave my co-defendant 40 years, and when it got overturned, he took 80 months off his sentence and gave him 33 years. So if you tell my co-defendant in court while we at court together that you believe he orchestrated the murder, the gun was his, but you reduce his sentence, then when I come back 2 years later, because I don't want to give up the murders that I wind up giving up later, you give me life again. He just took the 20, ran with my life sentence, and say, I understand I got a discretion to do so, but with that, I'm going to give you life again. So like, what's going on? And you give my co-defendant, all these people breaks, but you being hard on me. It's because guys that come before me that would sit down with the federal government and FBI agents, and they write down stuff. They write it down, and they just hold it. So when you come up, they know, okay, we heard you do this, we heard this. Some stuff they believe, some stuff they don't. They sit on it, yeah, man. So it was hard on me. So when I bust that move in the state, it caused a lot of riffraff because my people was like, yeah, none of us in jail. True, none of us didn't get time. But you made the rules. Don't sit down with the law enforcement. So that's why I wasn't mad when they denounced me. I'm free. I asked the law for 2 things. Free me while I'm alive and healthy, and give me a chance to get home while my mother's still alive. I could take care of her. So anything else is a blessing, extra for me. So I don't cry or whine. Then I'm too old to be running around with a bunch of men and jumping on. Now I want to ride on a jet. Don't get that twist. But I'm too old to be trying to be a groupie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I got children. I got a son that's in the Fed. For the same thing, it's history repeating itself. So I got grandchildren now, you know? So I need to be setting my own foundation, you know, with my own money. But yeah, that's why I said you would never hear me in no interview bashing Birdman or Slim. Because they took care of me when I was in the Fed when I really needed them.
Looked out.
Yeah, when I'm on the street, long as they print money, I'm going to get me some money. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not where I want to be, but I don't want for nothing. You know, so, but I'm happy. I love them. They helped me out a lot when I really, really needed them in prison. Because anybody been in prison and know, boy, when you go to jail, people turn their back. Them dudes rolled my whole bid for me, bro.
That's when you see who real.
Facts.
Fuck with you.
Yeah, they held it down my whole bid, yeah.
Yeah, I was on Birdman. It's rumored he was like a millionaire. What, 14 or something?
No, that was cap, man. I think it was 15 or it was 16.
I mean, yeah, teenage.
Yeah, it was 16. Yeah, but that they try to drop it, make it look now you want 14
make it
years
look
old.
better.
Yeah, man. It was
doing his thing though.
Yeah, they was getting money. Yeah, that was a fact. Yeah.
When Cash Money was taking off early 2000s, with 1999. What was you doing in the backstory of that?
In the Fed with my shank, making sure I stay alive. Bro, let me tell you what's crazy. I got locked up March 6, 1998.
98.
They got the deal in March of 98. You know, a few weeks later when I got busted, they got the deal. You know what I'm saying? So I was never home for none of the stunting and shining and having the ball.
Right.
I missed all that. But the thing was, we got BET. So every time I seen them on BET doing a video or a song come out, I was happy because I was like, as long as I hear them dropping music and keep something going, I know I'm going to the commissary.
Right.
I know I'm going to be able to take care of my children. I'm going to be penitentiary rich, and that's what it was.
Okay, they kept you straight
Yeah.
while you was in there? That's
Brothers,
fine.
they had it where I called their accountant and they said, hey, I need 15,000 or I need 5,000, 20,000. And she just sent it to me.
If you needed it, it's
Yeah,
done.
she took care of me. Yeah, that's a fact.
So yeah, basically, you saying like you peep game from the other people that was in there locked up, going through the same situation, and you was able to come up with that plan and work your move and get up out of there.
Yeah, man. A lot of
You wish it was a little earlier, you know what I'm saying? Before you waited to do the whole 23, you think you could have got out before that?
Yes, I
You
could
had
have.
already been hip on it.
I've been doing about it, but you know, it be like this. Certain times you be like, nah, I'm gonna ride it out. I ain't gonna do that. No, I'm gonna wait. It be certain. You wait for a certain opportunity to present itself, and there was one piece that was missing that I had to wait for. So I started this journey in 05, but then I would stop because, like I said, me and the homicide guy was real. Well, he retired from homicide. He became a DA. And he wound up getting fired for sexual harassment. But the problem was, as we closing a lot of these homicide cases, he go to drifting off and go to tending to this cash money. I don't know nothing about that. So I get frustrated. You know what? Let's stop.
Right, going elsewhere with it.
Yeah, man, let's focus on all this old stuff y'all need to close. Don't worry about it. I don't know nothing about that. That's they lying. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm sticking with now. And in my factual basis, they try to get me to plead guilty. So whoever put my factual basis, they're going to see where they had the statement was waived. I said, man, I ain't pleading that. So they waived it because it was like, well, maybe later on, if you want to cooperate, he could say, yeah, he invested in cash money, blah, blah, blah. So they waived that statement that the government tried to get me to plead to.
Right, to use against them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's crazy. So you confessed to 40 murders or 40, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
40 bodies? Okay, for each body, they like reduce your time?
No, what they did was, because it wasn't for the feds. See, it's a difference.
It was state.
Right, state. What happens is, in the federal system, they got a law where you can help any law enforcement agency. But what federal do, if you're not really giving something to a certain prosecutor, they don't really go too far. They don't really go to bat for you because you're not helping their career. But if you have, like I said, any other law enforcement agency, their job is to write the letter to your prosecutor saying, hey, he did this, and because he did this, we were able to do this, did this, and this. And you could get credit for it under the federal rules, the law. So that's what happened with me, with me and the three hot boys that are deceased. So I told him, okay, we did this murder. Yeah, I was there when he did this. Oh, I did this. I pulled the trigger. He pulled it. I broke it all down. Boom.
But all the guys was already deceased though.
Yeah, this happened.
Everybody involved.
Yeah, these murders happened in the from the early 90s to like 96.
23 years had passed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but this the thing. I get it why Birdman and a lot of homies call it ratting or mad because of this. When we were at the round table, I made one of the rules was if the police ever pull you over, if you ever go to jail, don't never go in the interrogation room talking. I want my lawyer.
No cooperation.
Facts. And I learned that the homicide got me from juvenile jail November or December of 92. And they was at my mother's house, and the way my mother was acting like she wanted me to cooperate with them on one of the homicides. Right. So when they finally got me from juvenile jail to bring me to the adult jail, when they brought me into the homicide division part, he sat me down, the man, I never forget, the man sat at the table, and he was about to take my statement down about what happened with the murder, because I had a co-defendant at the time. So he said, well, hold on, before I give you a statement, because I'm still a juvenile, right? So he said, let me call your mother. Yeah, so he called my mother for him. Yeah, I guess to get my mother to give me the pep talk to tell her man everything, right? So he called me and said, Mom, she said, you all right, baby? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, tell him you don't want to talk. Tell him you want a lawyer. So I said, yes, ma'am. On the phone, I said, I don't want to talk. I want a lawyer. I mean, so you trouble first degree murder? All right, he was bad, right? So, all right. So he brought me over to the adult jail. Then he came back like an hour or so later. Because they had put me there, separated, put me in a little cell by myself. Because I just come from juvenile jail. He come to that window, and we're going to get you for attempt murder from Ronald. I said, whoa, why you know about that? So, from then, I was on my own. But back to the thing, when I made that rule, I was looking at Birdman. I thought he was going to be the weak link.
Oh,
you know? So I was like, look, ain't no talking to them people. If the people pull you over, tell them you don't want to talk, tell me, You want a lawyer? Because I'm thinking about all the experience I went through, every step I got away with. Bro, this is what it is. And when I did that, here's the thing. This is what I tell people. Because some people be like, man, that wasn't ratting you. So look at this. If I'm in this room, just me and you in this room.
Right.
And I'd be like, nah, man, we were just talking about St. Louis and New Orleans, how we compatible, blah, blah, blah. That's it. Okay, this is what you telling us, but how we know this all you told them? Because I could be lying, I could have told the people all kind of stuff that just got it in the cut.
Right.
So that's why I tell people, don't give me no break, because it was the other way around. If Bird or anybody else would have went, sat down, and just gave up their body, I'd be still looking at them like, boy, you sitting there, when people gave you Popeyes at churches, what you did, you know? We know what you did last summer. But yeah, that's why I don't get upset about that stuff, bro. I denounce the streets. I'm not in the streets anymore. I make an honest living now. People, here's the thing though, what I be tripping out of. The average person who come on from prison and say they're not in the streets no more, they denounce the streets, the game, they'll take them for their face value and be like, all right, cool, and run with it. But because it's me and I cause so much commotion on the social media, they won't let my past go, bro. They hold it against me, bro. But I tell people, you have to develop bulletproof emotions on social media.
Right.
You have to once you're able to conquer that, it's up in its own now, because there's only two things you can make a person upset: a real street dude, or even a dude that should be in the streets. Only two things you could get him upset with is calling him a part of the rainbow community and calling him a snitch. You know, the average person from the streets that's really in the streets get mad when you call them one of those.
Type shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now my thing is, I know this is the only thing y'all gonna come at me with. All right, whatever. You remember the old saying, sticks and stone may break my bones, but words never hurt me?
Right.
Man, bring that. And if I see you got a channel where you doing numbers and you diss me, then I miss the answer right back.
Yeah, I've been saying that's light compared to what you
the
had
facts.
to deal with.
Yo, I'm telling people, bro, I was in the street really stepping. You think I ain't on the internet? Oh, boy, listen.
That's light work.
Let's get it, boy. I'm with the gangs on internet. Yeah, I got all kind of internet ops. So I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? But in the streets, that's why I don't do a lot of crazy stuff, because a lot of people know who I am now.
Right.
And I be by myself a lot. So what's that? I don't keep it moving. I thank you for supporting me. So I'm kind of.
When you got out, did you go back to New Orleans?
Yeah, the first day, bro.
Okay.
Oh, man, the people, I kept telling my case man, I said, listen, I want to relocate. I want to change my address, but then how the Fed go, if you have a life sentence on paper, they can't change your address until you have a release date. So I kept telling my case manager, she was getting ready to go on vacation. I said, hey, the judge, this is crazy, bro. I had a resentencing. This is the longest 30 days of my whole 23 years, 10 months. Because once the judge resentenced me, he put it on hold, because the prosecutor wanted me to have 40 years. So he put he gave me 27 years, I want to say. He gave me 300-something months. Yeah, about 27 years, 26 and a half, 27. But under my good time now, I was like anywhere from 4 to 7 months over my time. But what happened was, he gave the prosecutors 30 days to contact the victim's family to let them know, hey, he's going to be getting out of jail. How y'all feel about it? Give us a victim impact statement. Right. So now those statements could have hurt my sentencing, where the judge could have said, well, instead of giving you 27, we're going to give you 30 or 35.
Depending on what the family said.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Something like, wow, come on, unbelievable. So that, and then so happened was my case manager went on vacation, right? And this is crazy, man. The man named Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris killed himself last year out here in Fort Worth. He's from Florida. I have been knowing that man since the early 2000s, about 20-something years, bro. He worked in R&D, yeah.
Case worker?
Yeah, where he was like, he worked in records, where, the people come in when you come in from prison, from other prisons, which you had your bus uniform on. You seen the other dormitories, calculate your time. He worked in the records, right? Man, I'm talking about nice, fit, shape. And that's why I tell people you can't judge the book by its cover, because this man was going through a certain kind of issue. And he wound up leaving the federal system, left from Florida, come out here and hit his own head. I was like, what the world, Mr. Harris? But anyway, I say this here. One day I coming out the chow hall, the cafeteria. He said, you gonna be getting out? I said, man, I'm supposed to be out now. He said, No, it's gonna be this year though. I contact Grand Prairie. That's out here in Texas. That's what calculate our time out here. I said, man, I'm supposed to be home now. He said, but I think you're supposed to be getting out August of this year. This was January. So I waited till all the holidays, all that was over. I said, man, I'm supposed to be out now. So I left him alone. So I go back to my dorm. I get the paperwork. I had my attorney to send me the paperwork. Because if I had waited patiently, how people say, for the courts to send it, I wouldn't have gotten out on January the 3rd.
Right.
So I go to records. Me and my partner, Baby from Pensacola, Florida. Mr. Harris come. I said, Mr. Harris, I'm supposed to be home, man. He said, no, Grand Prairie told me I'm calculating your time right. I go to pull a paper out. He said, listen, my math and your math gonna be different. I say, man, math the same all around the United States. What are you talking about? So I said, well, can you do this, sir? Can you please fax this to Grand Prairie and let them decide how much time I should have left? Right. Bro, I went around a dormitory, asking dudes like, how much time they gave you? I mean, they gave me 480 months. 480 months is 40 years, right? So I would do 85 times that. Blah, blah. I say, you should be this year around this time here? He said, yeah, bro, I did at least anywhere from 50 to 100 range, so up in there to calculate people's time.
All right.
Because I had to do my own, right? And I kept coming up with, I supposed to be home. Give it to him. He said, give it here. He went in there, came back out, gave it back to me. He did it fast, right? So I tell my partner, I said, man, he ain't faxed that to them people that fast. He playing. But I ain't tripping because I got this paperwork now. I'm going home. Go back to my dorm. We go in my cell. We chop it up for a little bit. I said, man, I'm going to get in the shower. I go jump in the shower. I'm just letting the hot water soothe me for a minute. Terrence Williams. I said, it's my counselor. I said, what, man? He said, better come on here. You're not getting out. Well, I brought in bathe and then I jump up out that shower. What's up? You getting out? Man, the dorm erupt. Everybody was happy for me. I was hollering, right? It was cold around this time. I got my sweatpants, T-shirt. I left the sweat. I left a lot of stuff. I just got my religious book, my pictures, certainly my business plan, certain stuff that I want to bring with me. Right. Go get my money, put me in the car. I'm like, man, I'm free. I get to this bus station. There's a payphone. The payphone, 30s, I don't know what. I'm trying to work this payphone, let my mother them know I'm out. Payphone not working. So when the bus come in, it's a female coming there, and she got the phone to her face, and I see somebody moved on the thing. And she got the phone up to her. Why is she talking like this? What's wrong with her?
FaceTime new to you.
I said, hey, you see that person? She looked at me. She turned the phone, and I waved it. He waved back. I said, whoa. So she looked at me, and I said, I just got out the Fed. My bad, I didn't know. Da, da, da. So as I'm looking at this stuff, these little young Latinos on a bus where we got off at a stop, I can't use their phone, call my boss, and Mom, you gotta come get me. Riding this bus to New Orleans is just driving me crazy. I need to get there. So she woke my brother up, his wife, they drove. I got off the bus. I got off the bus in Pensacola, bro. Cold as I don't know what. I don't know what I was thinking, bro. I got off that bus. I go to this gas station closes with 18-wheeler there. I said, hey, man, can I use the phone? He's like, no. I said, man, you tripping. All this life moves you done watching, all this crazy stuff happening out here. You know, the man don't trust me.
Right.
But he seen I was home, I had a T-shirt on with a garbage bag, but...
Fresh out, yeah.
Right, so he drove, and before he got on the highway, got on the street, he said, hey, come here. He gave me 2 packs. He gave me a little pack. He said, put this one on your body to keep your body warm. Because he saw I was quiet my shirt, hand in my shirt, because I was standing up on the highway waiting for my mother and them to come. And he said, take this one and rub it on your hands. So, all right, thank you. So he thought about it. When I walked away, he said, man, what's your mother's number? I gave my mother number. He told him exactly where I was at. The brother them pulled up. I jumped in. So he said, we don't drive. I said, no, I'm scared. The first place I went to was the Waffle House.
Oh, you at Waffle House?
Yeah, bro. Grits, eggs, and steak, baby. Yeah, bro. That was the first place I went to the Waffle House. But when I go to New Orleans. Now, mind you, I remember MySpace.
Before you went in?
No. While I was in the USP McQuarrie, I heard about MySpace. So somebody had got me to make me a MySpace page. But I used to get the printouts. I could see who all on there and stuff, people I could talk to, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about Facebook and the Instagram, all this new stuff.
Right.
So one of my brothers had just did 19 years flat. He home. My other brother who just came pick me up, so we home. So this is the first time my mother have all her children home. We take a group picture, family picture. My bad, I ain't in jail anymore, my bad. So we take this family picture. I ain't thinking of it. My brother posted on Facebook, Oh man, all kind of cousins that was little come over now, and now the crazy part about it, I don't know who they are, but I know they family because my mother letting them in, and other older cousins I know they coming with them, but they got all kind of tools on them, and I'm like, I'm looking at my little cousins, like 10 of them at the time in the house. I'm like, I got me a little army I could take back over. But then I had to catch. I said, boy, you just did all that time, you ran anything crazy, but these little youngsters in here with all kind of fun and little tools. I'm like, what the world? So my other cousin, he was like, man, come by my house. I was like, no, I don't want to go over there. Because I remember when we were young, his brother used to pee in the bed. So you know how you got that pee smell in the room?
Right.
So that's embedded in my mind that we grown. I'm like, nah, I don't want to go by your house, man. I'm staying over by my mama. I don't want to go over there. Man, come on. And I wasn't thinking, right? So it's like,
What age were you when you got out?
man, I was 47.
When you finally got out?
Yeah, I'm 49 now. That's what we tell people, oh, I just look good. I'm an old man now, man.
Age where?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? So all y'all young girls fall back. Listen, no, so I took his advice and went to his house. And that was the best thing I did because everybody knew I was home through the Facebook. And I didn't know that Facebook travel, like once you drop that picture, is
Right. It's
gone.
out there,
Yeah, you know. So now I'm in a car with my mother. We ride. And my cousin, Eric called, looking. My mama said, Terrence, cars are going to turn when we turn. Cars are going to go the same way we going. I'm like, man, mama, I don't have a gun on me. Are you tripping? I'm, you know, spooky, right? So, and then the city of New Orleans, bro, it just looked like The Walking Dead. It just looked at, and everywhere with certain hoods I was driving by, I see the little youngsters clutching and certain stuff. I'm like,
And this after Katrina and all of that.
yeah, this is in I got out January the 3rd, 2022.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at New Orleans like, what the, and then my project gone. I'm like, man, what the world? All this new stuff, this.
Everything changed.
And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna be able to make it down here. So that was my first call with Stunner. He was like, man, get from down there. Get yourself from, you need to get from down there. So I had a female I was talking to in Fort Worth. Called her, had my PO them. They said, can you leave today? I was like, yeah. Shout out to Fort Worth. Been stuck out here ever since in Texas, man.
Okay. So you ain't have to be told twice.
No. Because I was always one of the ones that I'm going to listen. I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to take your advice in consideration. Sometimes I don't listen to everybody, but I'm going to listen to you. But I might not show the actions. So I'm going to listen to what you got. Because I don't never be in a tunnel vision with situations. I like to be on a broader view.
Different angles.
Right,
Yeah.
facts. That's how people get caught up in that tunnel vision. So when I get different, and I'm feeling, I'm like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Because you go, like now, I got like some youngsters in New Orleans that be coming for me, right? And I'm like, yeah, I was little boys on the street. So in my mind, I'm like, if I was in New Orleans, even though, you say you denounce the streets, you gonna want to slide, just to see if you still got it.
Right.
Got all these little foreign guns. I'd be like, boy, I'm gonna see how this one work. So before I get myself caught up, bro, and get myself a debt penny or whatever, let me think for me and you, I'm gone. I don't have nothing to prove.
Be wise about it.
Yeah, I don't have nothing to prove because now, look how New Orleans was dead. As far as like name and all, nobody want to talk about the city no more. When I came home, I shook that thing back, and now you got people with podcasts, everybody making them some legal money now. I set a little trend for the people in the city of New Orleans. Jump on that thing and tell y'all a hood story, get y'all some money, get monetized, grind, you know?
Right.
So I always tell people, you can hide history, but you can't erase it. No matter what you say, you're going to always talk about Terrence, Gangsta Way, a.k.a. Mr. Civilian, the people champ. That's just what it is, man.
Here you is, doing your thing.
Yeah, man, I come home and I'm enjoying life. I'm in my own lane.
I was going to ask, though, like, when you was doing your bid, was it like a point in time where you felt like it wasn't no coming home, like everything was all bad? Like, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't going to see no opportunity.
June 24, 1999, when I got resentenced, when the judge gave me life again, I was like, man, I'm hit. I said, man, it's the second time man that gave me life. I said, I ain't getting out here.
What was you feeling when the judge told you life again that second time? He was like, I'm in here.
See, my thing always been this. I always envisioned when I was on the street, I said, man, I'm going to wind up getting a life sentence, but I thought I was going to go to Angola State. I never thought it was going to be the Fed. But on one hand, I was like, man, I'm stuck here. I'm not never getting out. But what kept me going, my mother always been there for me from a juvenile to state to the Fed. And then I had Baby and Slim backing me with the money.
Right.
So I wasn't just strode away.
So it went all the way.
No, like I always saw my children. One thing about my children, mothers, even though some of them got married, had their men they living with, but they always kicked it with one another. Like, oh, you going to see? All right, here, we could bring him or bring her. You know, so I'm seeing my children, and that's all I do want in prison. They want to see the children. So I'm seeing my children. Then when they got older enough, they got their own little cell phone where I could call straight to them. So I never had a problem with my baby mother seeing my children. Right. None of their boyfriends or husbands never got in the way of that. So I was always cool, bro. So I ain't never had no issues with the children. I ain't never had no baby mama dramas. I always had visit.
What about any of your enemies or whatever come through?
One, out the Calio,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Y'all bump heads?
No, he had let my mother know he was coming. He was going there for the drug program. So we talked, we walked the track. He would ask me a question about a certain situation, and I'd be like, well, who hit Mosquito in your project? He wouldn't want to talk about it. So I didn't want to talk. It's certain type. I said, listen, man, you don't want to talk about this? I don't want to talk about this. Let's leave it alone. Let's just move forward and talk about other stuff.
Mutual respect.
Yeah. So when we took the pictures together, sent it out, that shocked the city. So a lot of people like, well, man, if they could come together, then we could come together out here. So that's how a lot of the enemies that Hot, who run with Baby Now, he was able to start hanging out with them and coming together because they saw me and one of the main ones was together in the Fed.
A lot of shit.
Yeah, you know. So you know, sometimes you gotta lead by example. Because it's easy to say, oh man, I ain't with that no more, I changed my life. But when that time presents itself, somebody come in front of you where you done lost, they done lost, it be on both sides, like
it's
so
like
now
you really about what you preach.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You challenge now. So but in the phase, you gotta have numbers. Because in the phase it's like
What you mean, the point system?
No. We're talking about like for as guys to rock with you.
Okay.
You become the whole South. Like y'all got the Midwest car, you know, because in the Fed, you're going to have 200-300 Mexicans. And I always told people this.
Yeah, I heard the Mexicans unified in the Fed.
Yo, yes, indeed, man.
They stick together.
And every time you get into it, they always want to meet on the yard. So I always tell my homie, I'm not going on the yard to meet with no Mexican. If it's going down, it started right here. It ain't started on the yard. Because the Mexicans keep all their weapons hid on the yard.
Right.
So when you go on the yard, they digging up their weapons. And they get a lot of blacks that got tricked like that a lot of time. They're gonna go out there and gang fight, and them little be ready to work, boy. So
There's stories about
Pisces.
about that prison, Angola.
Well, see, Angola different from where I've been in the Fed. Cause see, in Angola, you might have neighborhood or homeboys fighting, you
Like
know,
local shit.
right?
Yeah.
But in the Feds, it's states. You like, if I'm from you from St. Louis, if I'm from Ohio, we the Midwest.
Midwest Court.
I mean, you home, yeah. So you're like, man, I don't know this man, but that you got to watch my back. I watch your back. You got people like, what the world? You know what I'm saying? So that's how in the Fed they got the dirty South car, Alabama, Georgia, you know, Florida, Louisiana, Texas, all us together. So you got guys you don't know that you in a cell with jail. You got to hold him down. He hold you down. Or if he go borrow some drugs, somebody he don't pay. Now y'all about to go to war.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This stuff crazy, man. I don't never want to go back to jail, man. Ever.
It's crazy. When you was out on the street and it was up, you know what I'm saying? What's some precautions that you like told yourself when you was out here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess people riding behind you or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Not wanting people to ride behind you, keeping one in the head. Like, what would you do to secure your safety and, you know what I'm saying, on the day-to-day when you was in war?
I always, one thing, I don't know about now, but back then,
Females, houses, like how you was moving, you know what I'm saying?
I always switched cars.
Switching cars.
I never had to say, like when you look at my paperwork, the government say the reason why they wouldn't have surveillance on me because I would always switch a different car every day. Even if I gotta give somebody my Benz for their little Cutlass or whatever, man, hey, just drive, let me drive that. I always switch cars because what I learned about war, females are the weak link for us men.
Right.
So a female out your own project who don't like you gonna tell, oh, he in a red Cutlass or he in that red Benz or he in that white Infinity. They're gonna always tell the enemy, the op, now, what kind of car you riding in. So I would always switch my cars. I always switch my cars because it was a girl in my project that was pregnant by one of them boys at the Calio project.
Right.
You know, and you got to know how to move. And then we had a small, it was 3 of us that walked with them. So we hung together every day. If one of us look, I'm about to go by old girl, I'm going to the hotel, so we gonna let each other know
Let each other know where y'all going.
Yeah, man, you have to communication. And I never done drugs, so you wasn't gonna catch me in nobody's hood trying to find out who got the chronic, who got the heroin, who got the coke, who got the pills, who got the drink. I sell that. I don't need that. So I'm not gonna be in nobody's hood trying to score, oh, cause you got that fire, he got that, I'm gonna go over here. No, so you not catching me. It's not gonna happen. I thank God it didn't happen.
You said y'all use Mac 11s. That was y'all go-to gun? Or?
Not all of us. I should love that gun.
Oh, okay.
I ain't like the Tech 9. Tech 9 that thing's a jam.
Right. So Mac 11 would shoot 45 bullets?
Yeah, 9mm bullets.
9 bullets,
Yeah.
Okay. When you was having static and, you know what I'm saying, outside like that, was you hiding after hit? Not hiding, but was you like, you know, go duck off after a hit? Or was you stay outside?
No,
like?
we outside because you wanted to be like, man, that was my work. Like I did that, like, what's up? So it's like the fear tactic. Like letting people know, don't play with me because you could be next.
Yeah, but with the police and all of that.
Yeah, we ain't caring about that.
Oh,
Because here's the thing. We did stuff like this. If something happened, we're going to pull back around there to see who around there. So, and certain people, if they see your face, it's like a reverse psychology. Like, well, it couldn't have been them because they around here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Show up on the scene.
Yeah, we did all kind of, like, now with the mask, bro, we ain't had no mask back then. We just broad daylight, it is what it is, spinning. Because, you know, majority of the time, when them AKs going on, people trying to hit the floor, duck, and trying to get somewhere.
Get away from it. You took hits as well. What was your cheapest and highest hit?
Cheapest, 5,000.
5,000?
Yeah. Okay. Highest was 20,000 and 4 ounces of heroin.
Say 20,000?
And 4 ounces of heroin.
Wow.
I met the dude, look what he did me. I met him by Winn-Dixie. And
did you know either of the marks?
Huh?
You knew either one of the marks, the other hits that you did?
No.
People?
No. Not all the time. Like somebody, you just tell me what hood he from, give me a picture of him, or tell me his name, then let me get my half up front, we go and work.
Okay. You mentioned you got 10 kids. That true?
Yeah, I got 5 girls, 5 boys. My youngest boy is in the Fed right now. He have 15 years for gun and drugs, and he's fighting 2 homicides.
Okay.
And the crazy part about it, one of the homicides that he's allegedly accused of is the guy I was beefing with, son. They got the same name.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So one of your old rivals or whatever?
My son beefing with them, and they got my son jammed up for that. Yeah.
Gilly the Kid, his son was murdered recently or whatever. You know, how you see yourself reacting in a situation like that? Would that cause you to, like, you know, relapse back to the streets? Like, will they pull you back in?
Here's the thing.
Son hit close
I'm
to home.
gonna be honest with you, bro. My children, my mother, Birdman, Slim, yeah. I'm back outside.
Family, we all here.
Yeah, I'm back out. I'm back outside. Cause even though my child might be doing dirt, whatever, I come from that, so I want my lick back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you not, and that's always tell people this. When I was beefing, I was scared to die first. And he'd be like, ain't nobody gonna get no retaliation like I am. You know, so I ain't gonna front, I'll be back out. But I ain't gonna stay long. I'm gonna stick it, because I'm older, I know how to move now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stick and move. No, I take that back. I don't want to, bro, because there's like 20 people I wanna kill now. And I'd be thinking back like the stuff they did, the stuff they got away with, I'd be like, you know what?
Old rivals?
Just period, people
back in the day?
that I'd be like, okay, he think he should, I remember he did this, I didn't have a chance to spend on him, he got by. Cause like when I was on the street, it was like, I can always catch this one, I'm gonna go get the hardest one first. You know how you make your way around stuff? But I don't, I would have to pray on that one, bro. Cause you know, I learned this. You could say one thing now, but when that time come, you don't, you know,
never know.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I know a stepper. I'm talking about a stepper that used to run with me that I know he'll put you down. He kicking the door, his girl running around the house with a dude naked, and he ain't crushed none of them. He just let it go. So you never know what you'll do till you put in that situation.
Right. Hopefully, you know, you don't have to.
I'm sure, bro. I'm enjoying life, bro. I'm having, man,
Say, I
bro.
gotta get this money. Hey.
I'm enjoying life, bro. Oh, man. That's why I stay away from a lot of stuff. I think for being the next person.
You think it came with age, like maturity?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, you know. But you got something, because I was young and small, but I just wanted to be dumb and ignorant, run with the people, but I always had a voice in the matter of any situation I was in. But, you know, of course, you're going to get wiser. The older you get, the more wiser you get. Then, you know, we always try to play on the word, you know, I'm old now, so I'm more mature, I can maneuver. But it really be our body letting us know you old, slow down.
Right.
The back pain, all that. So when the body starts slowing you down, and now you can start thinking better, you start seeing clear, because if I got to sit down and rest, like I know I can't run the street like I used to.
And you building more to lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to sit down and analyze a lot of situations now, because now I'm spending my time on the couch.
That's real. During your stint, or you know what I'm saying, your whole, just going through life, what other street legends you ran into? Like, I think you said you met Meech before.
Convertible Bird, Big Meech. Me and Big Meech on the same compound. We took pictures. There's a lot of pictures of us together. They had the rumor Big Meech had beat me up. This guy from Atlanta.
You said they had a rumor Meech beat you up?
And he had a picture floating around on social media where my face was all bruised up and everything.
Right.
Like I said, I didn't know about social media, so I had heard about the rumor. All right. So I had people texting me, because we had the email thing, we had the text service in the Fed.
Yeah.
So I had people that was hitting me up that I hadn't heard from in a long time. So I'm like, what's going on? They hit me up, man, we heard you and Big Meech got into it, you had to go to the hospital. Whatever. So when I called my mother, she said, you all right, boy? I said, yes, man, what was that? Oh, they said you got into a fight with somebody, you had to go to the hospital. Then when Slim asked me, I said, well, it's real. So I had called one of them. I said, what's up? He said, man, he said they got 1,000 thumbs up, Big Meech beat you up, and 900 thumbs down. I said, oh, he beat me. He winning, right? But Big Meech is a very cool dude, respectful, bro. I got nothing but love from Big Meech. I was one of the only ones that can rile Big Meech, meaning like, you know, there's a lot of dudes that was infatuated with Big Meech. So I was him and Convertible Bird, I was one of the one that could be, man, you locked up. What? I said, man, them girls don't want you to, I got all my, because guys wanted to hear them talk that talk, and they were so cool, and so I would get them riled up. But
talking like shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But man, he a good dude, bro. Very respectful, cool. He like to drink that hooch. He gonna buy up all the food, he gonna drink that hooch, he gonna sit down and just talk about the clubs, how he used to get money. Good dude, bro. Real good dude.
Meech helped out a lot of people.
Yeah, man. He's set to come on next year, but let me just tell y'all this. We got what you call halfway house. He's going to be home before that. They're going to give him, because he been down too long, so he's going to get that year or 10 months halfway house. Watch what I tell you.
They pop out early.
Yeah, man.
I can see it. What about Lee Lucas? He got a name down there in the South. Familiar with Lee Lucas?
No, I never been around.
I be hearing Kevin Gates shouting him out.
Oh, no.
Okay. What you got going on, like, you know what I'm saying, in time to come? You got anything that we should be looking out for?
Oh, yeah. Right now on my channel, I have my reality show that's, bro, I promise you, since I've been on YouTube.
A reality show?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's called Surviving Without Bird. At first, I was going to call it Life After the Feds, but I didn't want to be stuck in a box. So then I was going to call it Life After Prison, so that way I could start putting other guys that been in prison, that's coming home to trying to adjust to society, right? Then it hit me one day. It's Life After Surviving Without Birdman. Because people see that Birdman mogul been living good, shining, and I'm his brother, I'm home, and you know, I live in a little matchbox. So it's called Surviving Without Birdman. I haven't had one bad comment. And you know, with social media, you gonna have some troll, bro, everybody on there love it. Now somebody might go hate now and go add a comment on it and say, oh yeah, but you can't deny it, bro. It's funny, it's cool, we had fun. And people been supporters on my channel. I'm in the process of trying to do my movie. It's called Them Boys at War.
Okay.
And I'm about to jump head first into the music. And I would say this here, I'm not gonna say the name of my record label because they still got people hating on me, and I don't want what I got going on to mess my artists up. Because you can have a good artist, if people know you tied to me, they might hate on you.
So you looking for artists and stuff?
Of course, and I don't want nobody that can spit good because everybody got around. I got around. I need somebody that got a hot song.
Right.
That's what's selling. You know what I'm saying? So, of course,
yeah, hot single.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get on. I got some situations. I was close, but I got one young dummy that got the big head, so I got to start all over.
Okay.
Yeah, I start all over. But of course, people hit me all the time. OG, how much you gonna charge me to post your music? Free, as long as you're not talking about degrading women or some kind of religion. Then I'll post it for you.
Okay.
So.
Got any shout outs? Any promotion you want to do?
Yeah, shout out to Shantae. Y'all know Shantae Amos, like the famous Amos Cookie. Shout out to her. Make sure y'all check out my YouTube channel, Gangsta the Original Hot Boy. And shout out to Terrence and William. I shot myself out. I don't never shot myself out. I was able to come home, been on 2 years, staying out of trouble. I ain't had to go back to the street to sell drugs, bro. Social media been real friendly to me. I make more money on social media than the average guy that's standing on the corner in the neighborhood. Legal.
That's where it's at.
Yeah, man. So it's cool when you could just. And the reason why I give people the game, because it's not like the rap game. I don't have to worry about you trying to knock me off the throne where you got the hottest album of the month or whatever the case may be. Because YouTube fluctuate. I might have a good video today. You might have one bad tomorrow, and you might have one good tomorrow. I might the next day, vice versa. Or we both might have good videos, and people gonna come to my channel. They're gonna go to your channel. Whoever got good content, they coming. You know what I'm saying? And it's always good to politic because I might need you to hook me up with somebody. You might need me to plug you with somebody, and we just get the content. Facts, man. So that's why I don't mind helping people, showing people the game because But I built and what I love about my channel too is I love it, and I be like, man. The love it part is I built my channel from the ground up by myself, grinding, going to war with a lot of people on social media.
Yeah, and I peeped that. Yeah, you be real active on there. You familiar with a Skip from the Mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a guy that was coming for you or whatever.
They all come for me, bro. But here's the thing. He called me a clown or goofy or something he called me. But I be like, in Islam, we got to think 3 times before we speak, right? Mm-hmm. So for you to be on a YouTube channel worldwide and call a person a goofy or whatever, a flunky, that's what he called me, but you follow my blueprint, what that make you? He wasn't on social media till I come home.
Right.
They wasn't doing that until I come home and jump. They saw me do, okay, I want to do it too, which is cool.
That's the door open.
But I'm saying you follow my blueprint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of them, bro. And I got to shout out Boosie. Boosie want to kick my career off.
Yeah,
Boosie kicked my career off, man. Yeah, bro, got the Boosie. Boosie kicked my career off. I answered Boosie back, and when I started calling myself the people champ because I had made him mad by saying he was in PC, and he went on Twitter. He got millions of followers, and he dissed me, went off on me, calling me the rainbow and going in on me. But majority of the comments were helping me.
Right. I
said, man, I'm the people champ, man. I said, this here, man, here. Sold millions of albums, got all these fans and got all these followers, and I got people support me. And I said, I'm the people champ. So that's when I came with that. I'm the people champ. Then when Bush was saying, take the gangsta off your name, you're a rat, so when I went to Real Life Street Stall, shout out to Fast, he was like, well, you're a civilian. I said, I'm around with that. I said, Terrence Civilian Williams. So I just play off stuff when anything whether it's good or bad, I'm going to make it good.
Yeah, that's something.
I'm enjoying life right now, so that's how I got all my AKAs from them guys coming at me and me responding and and just enjoying myself, man, having fun. So that's what it's all about. Securing you a spot on this social media where you can get an income and then staying focused on it. Don't worry about the next man. Worry about what you got going on your page. And I always tell people like I should tell dudes, I should do dudes in prison. I say, you see that? I do it to the right and I do it to the left. Excuse me. I say, you see what I just did? No, put your pride to the side and ask.
Right.
Put your pride to the side and ask. Right. You know what I'm saying? All the person can tell you is no. So that's one of the things that I'm about to start doing now. I'm about to get from in front of the camera, get behind the camera, and start getting me other content, start interviewing people, start doing other. Cause I don't want to be in front of the camera all the time. Because I want to also start doing movies. I want to get on my Tyler Perry, 50 Cent stuff, you know. So I want to start doing movies. But it's one day at a time, one thing at a time, you know.
Right.
As long as Allah wake me up where I can start pursuing my dreams and getting on my missions, I'm cool, you know, because I got all the resources to do what I want to do. It's just on me to step out and start doing it.
Right, keep it consistent.
But I will say this, it's an old head, he home now. Shout out to Jesse Case out the Calio Project. When we was on Maximum Security, right, I had come up with all kind of ideas to make money. He said, gang, he was next door. He said, gangs, I said, what's up? He said, we don't know what your problem is? I said, no, what it is. He said, man, you long on ideas and short on cash. I thought that was some of the most disrespectful stuff he could tell. My feeling was hurt, bro. I was like, what the? Because I was like, I want to do that, I want to do this. But I didn't have the money to do all that. But I wanted to do all that, you know? So now that I start building up, I'm like, okay, now I can say, okay, I'm going to do this project.
Start investing.
I can start, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of us be long on ideas, short on cash, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he home, he didn't start his segment, I heard. But at the end of the day, I'm happy, bro. I'm good with what I got right now, bro. I'm really happy, content with what I got. And that's just what it is, bro.
That's what's up, man. You got an amazing story, man.
Thank you.
I wish you the best and more success, you know what I'm saying, to come.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing your next ventures and, you know what I'm saying, seeing you pop up.
Big facts. But you got my information, so we're going to be in touch.
I appreciate you coming through.
Thank you for having me, bro.
It's 100.
Wow.
That's what it is. Y'all tune in. Click subscribe. Terrence Gangster Willams. Being on TV.
Wow, this Terrence Gangster Williams, a.k.a. OG Giggity, a.k.a. Mr. Answer Right Back, a.k.a. the People's Champ, Terrence Civilian Williams. I'm hanging out with my boy at Bino TV 314. Check him out. We just did an exclusive interview. Y'all don't miss this one here. Wow.